How do you troubleshoot any issues in Goldengate? When we face issues in Goldengate extract or replicat setup, we follow some of the tried and tested initial troubleshooting steps mentioned below that helps us in pointing out the exact case of the issue. To start with, GGSCI commands, which are useful for gathering evidences of issue. Send group status. Shows current processing status. Stats group. Shows information about operations processed. Info all. Shows status and lag for all manager, extract, and replicat processes on the system. Info group detail. Shows process status, data source, checkpoints, lag, working directory, files containing processing information. Info extract group shows checkpoint details on the extract side. Info replicat group shows checkpoint details on the replicat side. View report group shows the report for specific group, extract or replicat. Another most important place where you should look is the Oracle Goldengate event log, also known as GGSCI error log file. In this log file you will be able to see history of GGSCI commands, processes that got started and or stopped, errors that occurred during extract/replication, informational messages which shows what events lead to an error. Oracle Goldengate discard file is another important file that you should focus on. Note, in 11G, this file is created only if the discard file filename parameter is used in the extract/replicat parameter file. In 12C, this file is created by default when defining any extract/replicat process. Key points about discard file. Created when extract or replicat has a problem with the record it is processing. Contains column-level details for operations that the Goldengate process could not handle. Usually used for replicat to log operations that could not be reconstructed or applied. Can help in pointing out the data mapping issues. Report files and error logs. Parameters in use. Table and column mapping. Runtime messages and errors. Runtime statistics. How to enable trace for Goldengate process. Enable trace on Goldengate processes to capture the run stats. This trace too can be used for extract/pump/replicate, it will give detail report on waits. Trace file will be generated in dirm directory. Run the following command parameter, wait for the process to complete and stop the process, tail the trace.trc. Enabling trace for Goldengate process. GGSCI ghost 95 send replicator 2 trace2.trc. GGSCI ghost 96 send replicator 2 trace off. GGSCI ghost 97 shcat trace2.trc. There are a number of factors that we need to keep in mind to be able to successfully tune a Goldengate setup. Here are few of them. 1. Use of parallel parameter in the parameter file. If you have a lot of tables to replicate, do not just put all of them in single extract/replicate process. Divide those large number of tables among parallel processes and trail files. This will certainly help the system in performing better. We have also seen that increasing parallelism on the replicat, target, side give better results than on the extract, source, side. You increase parallelism on the 12C Goldengate by adding below kind of parameter in the parameter file. Options integrated params, parallelism 6. And always keep in mind parallelism will increase the CPU/memory consumption, so keep monitoring those parameters closely. 2. Check, analyze and optimize online redo logs. It is very important that redo logs should be arranged in such a way that Goldengate performance can be optimized. Redo logs are constantly read and write, making them first candidate of applying tuning methods. Keep redo logs on fast disk, example SSD, flash disk, wherever possible. Ensure adequate number of redo log groups are configured. Read your AWR carefully, see if any redo log related events, example log file sync, are showing up. Incorrect RAID settings of disk for redo logs is another issue. Recommended is RAID 1+0, mirrored striped sets, for these files, and RAID 5 is least recommended. 3. Understand the data in tables carefully. Does your table have any LOB, blob, CLOB, and LOB? LOB data types store large blocks of unstructured data in the binary or character format, and it is a good idea that such tables having LOB type data should have separate extract, data pump, and replicat process group so that we can increase throughput. Does your tables have primary key? Without a key on a table with multiple columns can definitely increase the redo log generation. 4. Avoid contention at trail file level. According to Oracle's best practice for every remote trail file, there should not be more than 3 replicat processes that read the same remote trail file. So it is better to pair each replicat with its own trail file and extract process. 5. Verify if network is your culprit. If network is performing poorly, you will get high latency, possible disconnections, and poor performance. All this will lead to data pump process unable to write to the remote trail quickly enough. Work with your network team, see if OS TCP socket buffers can be adjusted to higher value, TCP packet size can be changed, etc. Usually OS default parameters are defined towards lower value and definitely not optimized for applications like Goldengate. 6. Check if your applications are hosted on overutilized hardware. If you have a very busy system which is already utilizing the hardware resources to the max, then it may prove helpful if some of those hardware parameters value can be increased to accommodate the Goldengate resource demands. Closely monitor your CPU consumption/memory usage/IO contentions. 7. Use new integrated replicat features that are present in 12c version. You can configure the replicat processes to commit asynchronously at the session level by using commit_wait equals no-wait parameter setting. This will ensure that Oracle will not wait for a commit to succeed before allowing the session to continue. That can be set up by using sclexec statement in each parameter file. Sclexec alter session set commit_wait equals no-wait. You can also explore some other parameters like BATCHTRANSOPS, batch_mode, which also help boost the replicat speed. 8. Calculate transaction size on the source side and tweak parameters to increase throughput. Use Goldengate's logdump utility to identify the transaction size on source database. If required, increase eager_size inbound server parameter for the integrated replicat to value slightly higher than the transaction size. Example: Boptions integrated params, eager_size 18,000. 9. If you get stuck somewhere, don't forget to trace. Tracing enables additional information to be gathered from a given process and do help sometimes when you are simply not able to figure out what process is slow or what table is bottleneck. Oracle Goldengate 12c offers a similar tracing mechanism through its trace and trace2 options. Trace provides processing information, whereas trace2 identifies the processes with wait events. Trace will help you collect some key parameters like table name, operation name/type/number, average/maximum weights. 10. Plan to install latest Goldengate release. At the time of writing this post 12CR2 is latest Goldengate release. This release has some new features like integrated replicat which speed up the data apply feature and is a good performance improvement technique.